The topic of this work is Network Enhanced Residential Gateway, done by Renjun Oh, Yu Bing Xu, and Chen Xu Wang, and instructed by Professor Jian Cao Zhan. On the basis of an ERG, we created SDN-enabled legacy virtual dual-mode CPE with multiple software-defined wins. In the following, we will first introduce a few components. Each CPE, which stands for Customer Premises Equipment in this video, is dual mode, so there are two internet connection modes, Legacy CPE and the Virtual CPE. In response to a home device's chosen mode, we use a virtual switch to control the home device's data transmission across the internet. In multiple software-defined WAN, a CPE can access to the internet through many ways such as cellular access or broadband. Therefore, you may choose one among all which fits the most to your situation. Next, the internet connection via Legacy CPE mode and Virtual CPE mode are introduced respectively. For Legacy CPE mode, a home device connects to the internet straight by the CPE itself. However, for Virtual CPE mode, we need to connect to the virtual gateway which locates in the remote VCPE platform. To this end, we use VXLAN to create a tunnel between the CPE and the VCPE platform. Next, we continue with a few network management components. Firstly, ACS, which stands for Auto Configuration Server, can extract information from the CPE and also switch wins. Secondly, ONO's VCPE app provides the flow rules which allows a home device to transmit data across the internet via its chosen mode. Finally, we also offer an user interface where a subscriber can choose the internet connection mode for his or her home device. In our demonstration, there are two CPEs, CPE1 and CPE2. Each CPE has two wins, Win1 and Win2. In addition, a remote VCPE platform is set up. Take a look at the image. Only Win2 of CPE1 connects to the internet via wireless dongle, while others use Ethernet cables to connect via AP. As for the VCPE platform, it is deployed on AWS EC2. Now, we begin our demonstration. The computer on the top left offers the user interface which allows a subscriber to choose the internet connection mode for his or her user equipment. Moreover, it plays the role of ACS which can switch the current WAN. And the computer on the bottom left is a user equipment currently in Legacy CPE mode. As for the computer on the right, there are two separate windows. The left and the right windows show the TCP dump of CPE1 and CPE2. Further, each window is split in half. The top part is for Win1 and the bottom part for Win2. In the first place, we watch a live stream on the user equipment via Win1 of CPE1. First thing we want to do is to switch WANs in Legacy CPE mode. So, we go to ACS and use the corresponding script to change WANs. Notice that the change is so fast that the live stream is beyond influence. The TCP dump of CPE1 shows that the data is now transmitted in Win2 instead of Win1. Second thing is to switch the internet connection mode from Legacy CPE to Virtual CPE, which is also done in the user interface. However, the live stream is obviously frozen. The reason is that after switching the mode, the user equipment must acquire a new IP address to reconnect to the internet. Afterwards, the live stream comes back. Notice that the VXLAN packets whose VNI is 12 emerge from Win2's window, which signifies that we have successfully switched to Virtual CPE mode. Now we take the third step to switch WANs in Virtual CPE mode by sending the corresponding script in ACS. Then, in Win1's window, we can see the VXLAN packets with VNI 11 rolling in. The fourth step, under Virtual CPE mode, we replace CPE1 with CPE2 by unplugging the Ethernet cable from CPE1 and plugging it in CPE2. Then, in the window of Win1 of CPE2, the VXLAN packets with VNI 13 start to appear, which proves that we have done switching to CPE2. As CPE1 and CPE2 share the same virtual gateway, the user equipment can soon acquire a new IP address from the same DHCP server and restart the live stream. In the fifth step, choose Legacy in the user interface and turn into Legacy CPE mode. But the live stream stops working again. The same reason as before, a new IP address is demanded to reconnect to the internet. Now the packets in 11FCP2 are no longer VXLAN packets, which means that we have successfully changed back to Legacy CPE mode. Finally, in order to examine the bandwidth control of our CPEs, we add an extra user equipment which is initialized to virtual CPE mode. Thus, CPE2 is now plugged with two user equipment, one in legacy mode and another in virtual mode. On both user equipment, we watch live stream and meanwhile track down their data. In the first place, we didn't limit the data usage on both user equipments. As you can see, the live stream go like clockwork and the data is roughly in the range of 800 to 1000 kilobit per second. Now, we restrict both user equipment to 200 kilobit per second. The figures on the right tell that the data has been limited to 200 kilobit per second and consequently, the live streams freeze. Now, we raise the data usage of user equipment 2 to 800 kilobit per second. The figure on the right immediately responds to the rise and the live stream on user equipment 2 also restores. Still, user equipment 1 remains 200 kilobit per second. This brings us to the end of our demonstration. Thank you.